Hi everyone, back with another episode here at the Lex Gray Show. I'm Lex Gray, thank you for joining me today. Like I mentioned in my last video where we went through the Dragonbane box set, just did a little exploration of the contents inside, I talked about making a character in the following video. So here I am. We have one of the character sheets from the box set. This is blank. There are also preset characters you can use to quick play, but let's go ahead and make our own. So, off the side here, which is going to be on camera sometimes, we have the rules. This is also from the box set. Now, page 9 is where you start, where you choose your kin, which is like the race or species. And I really enjoy games. I love the design of games that have the character creation process up front and personal. So let's jump to page 9, which is chapter 2. So there's an introduction here about the game, to start playing, measuring time, etc., etc. But we're going to jump right to the kin. So I'm also using the dice from the game. This is the green dice. All the usual polyhedrals are in this. And we'll roll up our character at random. This will not be chosen by simply picking from the list. We're actually going to roll for these, because you can actually roll d12 and choose the kin that way. So here are the dice. Okay, got that off to the side there. All right, so I'm going to move the camera here so you guys can see a little better. There we go. Okay. So the kin is a list of 6 potential options. There is the human, we have the halfling, dwarf, elf, and the mullard and wolfkin. I'm going to choose the d12 here, and we're going to roll for it. 8 is going to be a dwarf, which I've played a dwarf sometimes, not often. So let's see. Player name, dwarf, I believe goes in this line here. Okay. So this mentioned pre-generated characters. Here is a little checklist of what you do. So you choose or roll your kin, note your innate ability, choose or roll your profession, choose or roll your age, name, roll your attributes, calculate your derived ratings, choose your trained skills, note your heroic ability, choose or roll your weakness, optional, choose or roll your gear, choose or roll your memento, optional, and choose or roll your appearance. So, we are a dwarf. And it says each kin has an ability that no other kin can learn. Mallards have 2. In most cases, using such abilities require willpower points, WP. Write down your innate ability in the abilities and spell section, which is right here on your character sheet. Languages, or language. It says that all player characters in Dragonbane can speak, read, and write in common language. And most creatures the player character encounters knows this language, but there may be exceptions. Non-human kin often have their own language that few humans understand. To understand other languages, a language skill is used, which is right here. And it looks like it's related to intelligence. So each skill is tied to one of the 6 abilities here, the attributes. So we have strength, constitution, agility, intelligence, willpower, and charisma. So the only 2 different ones we have compared to usual D&D formula is agility and willpower. Okay, let's jump to the next page here. We're going to go to dwarf. I really enjoy how everything is lined up in order when you make the character. So we're here still in kin, but we are going to focus on the dwarf. Dwarfs are the oldest of the elder folk, at least according to their own chronicles. They are immensely proud and traditional people whose culture is steeped in ancient customs and grandiose ballads of heroic ancestors. Dwarves feel a strong connection with the bedrock and the roots of the world. They are skilled blacksmiths and artisans, admired for their ability to craft wondrous items of precious metal, as well as iron and stone. Let's see. Dwarves are also known as fierce warriors, armed with axes, warhammers, and other heavy melee weapons forged in their underground smithies. Okay, fantastic. So let's use the names that are in the book here. So this will be the first name. Off camera, I rolled a 1, so we have Tinderrock. All right, so we have Tinderrock, 2 R's. Okay, so willpower points, we have 3. Willpower points is down here. Okay. And let's see, the ability is Unforgiving. All right. So, actually, I might have went a little too far ahead there. So, Unforgiving is the ability that we are going to write here. Unforgiving. And I'm going to put a little 3 next to that. WP. There we go. You can activate this ability when attacking someone who armed you in the past at least 1 point of damage and get a boon to the roll. A boon essentially is an extra d20, I believe, and you choose a lower roll. It does not matter what the damage has inflicted. It may be wise to write down the names of everyone who harms you so you don't forget them. Okay, so that's our dwarf, and that's his ability. And that's really it for the kin. They just have this 1/2 of the page when you make the character. So let's see if I can just scoot this over a bit more so you guys can see it better. My apologies, I don't have that camera arch anymore. It really would have been useful in many of the recent videos, but I am stuck with what I got. So, all right, that's the dwarf. Now we're going to move on to the profession. All right. So, profession, we're going to roll for it. Next step is select a profession for your character. All the player characters are adventurers, but you have learned a thing or two before the game begins. So it's kind of a pretext to what will happen. So it has a d10 here. We'll roll that. So d10 is right here off camera. There you are. 6. Our dwarf was a mage. That is very unusual. Let's see. So mage. Okay. I'll take it. All right. So we'll go to the mage page. Mage page. Here's our mage. Okay. So mages have learned to control the ancient forces that permeate nature and primordial structures of the world. It is not a uniform profession, but includes a motley crew of individualists and headstrong eccentrics, sorry. There are several schools of magic with different views, so the magic is how it works. In the core game, you can choose between, let's see, we have animism, elementalism, and mentalism. Animists believe that everything in the world has spiritual presence. Let's see, lost my spot here. Elementalists describe magic in terms of 4 elements that consist of the essence of all things. Mentalists say that magic comes from within. Okay, and that it can be manifested through self-control. All right, so the key attribute for this profession is will, which is this one here. And it says the animal's ability skills. So I believe I choose one. Okay. Let's see. We also have gear, and then magic is the skill. As a mage, you can use magic. Well, I'm going to put that in here, whether or not you're supposed to. Magic. And you must select a skill of magic, either animism, elementalism, and mentalism. I think with our dwarf friend here, let's see. Let's say I'm tempted to choose the one I can pronounce the best. It's mentalist skills. All right, let's do mentalist skills. So which then becomes one of your training skills. As a newly created mage, may choose 3 rank 1 skills and 3 magic tricks. Okay. You can only choose spells from your school or from general magic category. You also get a Grimoire, where all spells are listed for more on the magic. Okay, so spells are here. I'm gonna say put a little spot for which school of magic I'm going to be in, and I think we'll write that down somewhere. Perhaps, let's see, memento, inventory. I'll write that right here. So let's do mentalist skills. Okay, and I'm going to underline. I'm not sure if you're supposed to underline or dot. So let's see. As a newly created mage, you can choose 3 rank 1 skills. Okay, and 3 magic tricks. All right, so let's do this. R1, 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 and then magic tricks. We have 3 magic tricks. So MT, MT, MT. Okay. And then let's see. Magic is our heroic ability, it says right here. As a mage, you don't get a starting heroic ability. Instead, you get magic. All right. And then let's see. It's mentalism, acrobats. So what I'll do here is to star these. Mentalism is down here, I believe. Mentalism. I do not see that. It's a secondary skill, perhaps? Awareness. It says brawling, which is right here. And then evade, which is right here. Healing. Languages. Myth and legends. Myths and legends. So mentalism, I do not see that on the list. M's are right here. It's not under weapons. I'm going to put it under secondary skills. I might be mistaken there, but I'm going to go with it. Okay. There's nicknames and gear, so I'm going to choose gear. So I think, if I recall correctly, just roll a d6, and that gear is what you would start with. Kind of like a class, it gives you a gear. All right, we have an amulet. Each one has a grimoire. So let's write this down. We have amulet. We have the grimoire. We have sleeping pelts. Let's see. We have the torch. Everyone needs a torch. Flint and tinder. D6 food rations. 6, nice. 6x rations. D8 silver. So let's see. 8 is right here. 8, the most you can get. I'm assuming silver is somewhere else on the sheet. Inventory. Let's see. I don't see a spot for silver. Oh, here it is. Right in front of my face. Okay, so we have 8. Nicknames. Yeah, what the hell? We'll choose a nickname. 3. Greyscape. Great Cape. Okay. Great Cape. So, Tinder Rock, Great Cape. Okay, that's it for the profession, the mage. All right. We're going to keep rolling along here. And when we have, right off camera, I'll read it to you guys. Age, the next episode, choose your age. Many adventurers leave their village at a young age, but sometimes older individuals are forced out to hunt for treasure among the ruins. All right, age is divided into 3 categories: young, adult, and old. So you choose your age freely or let the die decide. All right, that's what I'm going to do. So again, I will read it off. It's just off camera, or I can do this. I can just simply focus on the page with you guys, like so. There we go. Age is up here in the top left corner of the character sheet, and then the booklet, it's on page 24. So let's roll a d6 and see where we sit. Well, of course we're old. All right, so we're old. All right, so it just puts it as old. What that gives us is trained skills of 6 plus 6. Okay. 6 trained skills must be selected from a profession. The rest may be chosen freely. Up to maximum of 18. Nice. Okay. Nicknames, a common custom nickname, which we already did that, so I kind of jumped ahead. We already have a name. All right, so interesting. So it looks like attributes, strength, agility, and con -2. All right, so -2 con. So I'll put this right here, just underneath -2, and then intelligence, willpower +1. Intelligence, willpower +1. There we go. 6 plus 6 more. So 6 trained skills must be selected from your profession. The rest can be chosen freely. So we can choose. We have the 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 trained skills must be selected from your profession. Well, let's see. Let's go back. Did I choose too many? Our profession is the mage. I might chose too many, so I can choose out of these 6, I believe. All right, then we'll have to get to the magic here eventually. So I might have chosen wrong, which is okay. Learn and live and learn. All right, so what I'll do is I'll subtract a few from this. I think what I'll do is take away acrobatics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take away rolling. And I'll keep mentalism. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we can do the 6 more. So let's see. I'm gonna do let's do persuasion. 1, sneaking. 2, spot hidden. 3. Let's see. Stabs 4. Let's do bows 5. And then we'll put back acrobatics just for the hell of it. All right, so there's 12. We'll do a count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we have 12 skills based on the trained skills. So if I'm not mistaken, as I like to say, because this is not a tutorial, if we're going to put that disclaimer in the back in the beginning of the video, this is my first time making a character sheet. It looks like age is what allows you to tally up your skills. So the profession gives you 6 you can choose from, and then an additional freely, which is similar to the basic role playing from Chaosium. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is from that engine in some manner. Historically, it is from that same franchise. Anywho, because I recognize if spot hidden is from basic role playing as one of the skills, and your age does affect that. Attributes. Here we go. So attributes. We have 1 second. Okay, so attributes. Let's see. Your adventure has 6 attributes, indicated your basic is from a 3 to 18. Roll 46. Remove the worst die, which gives you a score between 3 and 18. Okay. We will roll in order. It says there are many ways that you can do this. The rolling for all of them, then distribute the results afterwards or adding them up. I like to do, well, it depends on the game. I'm not sure how deadly. I've heard Dragonbane can be deadly, but I've never experienced it myself, so I'm going to give the attributes freely, so let's roll. 1 is the worst, so we have 6, 9, oh, sorry, 10, 13. So I'll put this over here. 13. All right, let's roll one. Second time. Let's see, 6, 12, 17. Okay, which is pretty darn good. Okay. We have 6, 12. Oh, 17 again. All right, so 2 17s. Wow. 4, 8, 9. Okay. And then 5, we have so 11 and a 12. 2 more. 6, 11, 15. There's our scores. Okay, so for our character, let's see, for our profession, the attributes are, don't recall if it's profession or class. Key attribute is willpower, so we'll put the most into that. So 17, with a +1, that's 18. Next is intelligence. Let's do that so that erase that one there. 17, so +1, that's 18 intelligence. So our guys are very smart. Then the rest will distribute freely. 15, let's put that in charisma. Okay, and then the next one is 13. Let's do that in constitution, but that lowers it by 2. So yeah, we'll definitely do that for constitution. 11. 12 is going to be agility, like so, and 9 strength. Ironic for a dwarf. So this dwarf is not from the common cloth, uh, the typical stereotype for dwarfs. So those are our stats. So I'm going to erase these because those modifiers have been applied. There we go. And we've used these already, so we'll erase those. There we go. Okay, we did our attributes now. Let's move on to movement. So we have, let's see, the rating determines how many meters you can run in a round of combat. It's based on a kin, then modified by your agility. Okay, obviously. So, let's see. We are dwarf, so we have 8, and then our agility is +2, so that's going to be 10. All right. Our agility is between 3 to 15. Yep, that's 10. So our movement is 10, which is right over here on the right side. Okay. We have damage bonus, which is another aspect of mechanic from basic role playing. BRP. Let's see. We have strength, agility, damage bonus. Okay, our strength, agility together. Okay, your damage bonus increases the damage inflicted by your attacks. You have 2 separate damage bonuses, one for strength-based weapons, one for agility-based weapons. Okay. The damage bonus for strength is going to be nothing. So X. A damage bonus for agility is going to be nothing. So we get no bonus whatsoever for either attack type. Hit points. So it determines how many damage you take. Your maximum number of HP is equal to your con, but can be increased by heroic ability robust. For more information, see damage. Chapter 4. Okay, so HP is tied to con. Heard about that. So our con is 11, which is right in the middle of the road. So where's our HP at? Right down here. There we go. Willpower points are used for magic as well as innate and heroic abilities. Your maximum number of WP is equal to your willpower, so 18. Okay. Another thing similar from basic role-playing. So see a lot of that in this system, which is great. Okay. Next is going to be your skills. Skills represent knowledge and abilities of what you acquired during or prior to your life as an adventurer. There are 30 core skills in the basic game. You'll describe in detail, measured by skill level and scale from 118. The higher the better. Every skill is connected to an attribute with determines your base chance in that skill. This is indicated on the character sheet in chapter 3. Okay, so, for example, agility would be modified to 12. Okay. Let's see here. So base chance, the base free skill. All right, so every skill is connected to an attribute which determines your base chance. This is indicated on the character sheet. The base chance is a free skill level that you get automatically. All right, so let's see. Let's do the free ones first. Then we'll do the skill. We'll do the ones that we are, well, proficient in, I guess. Bartering, charisma, that's going to be 15. That puts us at 6. Beast lore, that's intelligence. That puts us at a higher 7. Bluffing, charisma, that puts us 15, which is 6. Bushcraft, intelligence, which we have at 18. That puts us at a high 7. Crafting is tied to strength. That's 9, which is on the middle ground with 5. We'll jump over here to hunting and fishing, which is agility tied to 12, so that puts us at 5. Language, skip that. Performance, charisma is 15, sorry, so that puts us at 6. Writing, agility is 12, so that puts us at 5. Seamanship, intelligence is tied to at the 18 there, so that's 7. Sleight of hand, agility is going to be 12. That puts us at 5. Swimming, agility, so that puts us at 5 again. Secondary skill, weapon skills, axis strength, so that puts us at 5. But we'll skip these two here. Or actually, we'll skip bows. Brawling is going to be at strength of 9, which is 5. Crossbow's agility, that's going to be 12, also 5. Hammer's a strength at 9. Let's see here. 9 is going to be 5 again. Knives, agility at 12, that's also 5. Slings, agility is 5. Strength, I just realized I can just copy the numbers from other ones, so 5. Swords, 5. Okay. So now, starting skill levels, in addition to the base chances, you start out with a number of trained skills, 8, 10, or 12, depending on your age. At the start of the game, your level in trained skills is equal to twice the base chance. 6 of them, trained skills, might be selected from those lists of profession. The rest, 2, 4, 6. That's what we did. So, twice. Okay. Great. So we get a ×2 bonus for the ones we chose. So agility. So that will be, let's see, just referencing another one down below. We have 5, that's 10 for acrobatics. Awareness, intelligence, that puts us at 14. And then evade, agility will put us at 10 again. Healing is intelligence, that's at 14. Intelligence is here for 14 for languages. Same things for myths and legends. Charisma will be 12. That's ×2 from 6. Agility, again, is going to be 10. Intelligence is going to be the higher 14. Bows is agility for 10. Staffs is also 10 for agility. Secondary skills. Okay. Beyond the core skills, there are secondary skills. Skills such as Schools of Magic, which I think I did right. So the base game, you don't get any base chance at any secondary skill, but future expansion supplements may modify this. Okay. Mentalism there. I might be doing that wrong. Feel free to correct me in the comments below. Anywho, I'm going to keep moving along here. So I don't see mentalism on the list there. So, heroic abilities, which we don't get, so I can skip that section. Mages, if you play a mage, it says you don't get a heroic ability. Sorry, you magical make up for that and disadvantage. Make up for that disadvantage. You earn a new ability during play like other professions, however. Okay. Coins, which we already did. We can do memento. So let's see here. All right, let's do a memento just for the heck of it. We'll put these D6s away. D20. 4. A ragged old journal. Oh, I like that. Ragged journal. Okay. The starting gear. Profession determines what gear is choose from at the start. You may roll or choose the 3 sets of items in that listed by your profession. If you want to, you can go back and adjust your trained skills with the gear. You can also memento. Okay. It says here you also have simple clothes which do not need to be written down. Right. So slightly abstract, which is fine. Encumbrance. This is going to be here. Let's move this over. Weapons at hand. So you have 3 weapons at hand, which means they are worn on your belt, otherwise readily available. Weapons on the character sheet do not count toward your encumbrance. Shields count on weapons and reported here. Let's see. Helmets and armor. Any helmet or armor worn on your body is recorded in a respective section, does not count toward encumbrance. Food. Up to 4 rations. Food count as 1 item. Encumbrance. Also record the number of rations you have left in your inventory. Okay, so Torches and lanterns. Torch lantern is an item that 5 may go out. Lanterns have lamp. Arrows. Okay, the backpack, which we don't have. Heavy items. Let's see. Tiny items. Coins. Over encumbrance. I'm gonna not really worry about encumbrance in the moment. I'm just keep going here. I usually don't. I just kind of keep it like realistically, like what makes sense to how much this guy can carry. Riding animals, vehicles, appearance. Let's do appearance just for fun here. So appearance is kind of up here in the corner. I'll just lower the sheet there a bit. So let's roll the first or the only d20. Okay, roll again on the camera there. Here we go. 3. Abnormally pale and pasty. Terrific. So he's a Napoleon Dynamite. Let's see. Abnormally pale and pasty. Pale plus pasty. All right. Experience. Advanced marks. When you have rolled a dragon or demon when using your skill, tick the check by next to the skill. So I'm good I didn't check that. Those are for that. So stars I'm glad I used. Let's see. No, I think I just need weapons and armor. So I believe I'm missing that somewhere. Just roll the dice. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna learn this game off camera. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. We gotta choose magic. So heroic abilities. Let's keep going here. I'll go to the magic section here. Let's go to our index. So let's see. Magic spell list mentalism 69. Of course it's 69. Giggity. Let's see. 69 all the way back here. I can choose 3 rank 1 mentalist skills. These are elemental skills. Here's mentalism. And then 3 magic tricks. So magic trick is right here. Okay, lock, unlock. All right. Lock, unlock. Magic stool. Okay. That's a joke written for itself. Slow fall. All right. Then 3 rank 1. So let's see, we got Farsight, Levitate, Long, Power Fist, Soul Skin. There's a lot of good ones in here. Some of these are rank 2, so I can't do those just yet. So let's do Farsight. We have Farsight. That's rank 1. Let's do Levitate. Long Strider. Power Fist sounds pretty cool. The damage of your unarmed attacks increased by d6 per level. Okay. Stone Skin. Let's do that one. Okay, so Stone Skin. All right. So I believe the rank is the cost of the magic spell to use, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go back and get our weapons and gear. So weapons and armor. Let's see. Melee weapons. Now, I might be jumping the gun here. I need to see if professions give the weapons out. Let's just give some of these. Let's look at some of these professions here. So the bard, he has a knife. Okay, that's a weapon. Hunter, obviously, will get a bow, dagger. Yep, here's some weapons here. So our character, an amulet, grimoire, it's just the magic itself. We don't have a weapon per se. Yeah, so that's quite all right. Mage. Oh, I see the one I rolled did not have a weapon. There's knife here, staff, amulet. Looks at the weapons listed at least first. Now, the amulet, I'm wondering if that has any weapon potential for attacking. Let's see, gear. We have melee weapons, 70 armor starts at page 73, so we're going to jump to 73. So I want to find out amulet if that has anything to do as a weapon. Let's see, it does not. I don't see that anywhere here. Amulet is going to be just Let's see, study magic, trade goods. Looking for, oh, here's amulets. Can be used as a focus for spells. Okay. So, interesting. We use as a focus for spells. Which says right here off camera, but all right, so that is going to be, I'm going to underline that, really star it like so. Focus for skills. So if I could figure out what that means. All right, maybe it's in the index. Let's see. Amulet. Focus for spells. Say 3. A little bestiary. Sorry, got to go back and forth here. Going back to the focus for spells. I wonder if it says that in the spell section. Let's see. Mentalism. Well, if I don't want to waste time looking for it, but let's say if I house rule it, maybe it can lower the rank cost, or it can use it twice, or use it, roll a boon or something. But anyways, this is our character. We are complete as far as I can tell. We've got the name, age, range, profession, no weaknesses, missed that. Abnormally pale and pasty, so Napoleon Dynamite. We have the attributes, 9 for strength, 11 for constitution, 12 for intelligence, or agility, I should say. And then, sorry guys, had a phone call. Agility is 12, intelligence 18, uh, willpower 18, and charisma 15. No damage or agility bonus. Movement is locked at 10. Inventory encumbrance, kind of skip that. We have our skills, or sorry, abilities and spells. Unforgiving, cost 3 willpower, magic in general, farsight, levitation, stone skin, lock, unlock, magic stool, and slow fall. And these are all the skills we rounded up, or we rolled up here, kind of. And silver 8, we have no armor or helmets or weapons per se. We have the inventory, ragged journal memento, 18 willpower points, and 11 hit points. So that is, oh yeah, character name is Tinder Rock Grace Cape. All right, that's our character. Pretty simple process. I'm trying to recall if I made a Dragonbane character on camera for this channel. I failed to do a little research on my own channel, look behind, but it was good to make this character here just for fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Will I use this character in a future video? I don't know. I'm kind of I'm still working on my system Havoc. It's gone through some revisions. I've come up with a actually very interesting dice mechanic, and I will talk about that in in a future video. But nevertheless, thank you as always for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope this gave you some either inspiration or expectation for making a character for Dragonbane, whether it be straight from the rules book or with the Dragonbane box set. So whichever you have, or PDF, what have you. And please do subscribe, like, share, comment, which is the most important part of my videos, is for your engagement and conversation below. I'll do my best to reply as soon as I can. And I will look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks for watching.